Hello everybody, it's your girl, little ASMR. It's your girl, and today we're doing a little Depop and talk. I have filmed this many times, and every time I'm like, I'm so annoying, who wants to watch this? But I love the concept. I love the concept of doing a Depop and talk. I just want it to be less annoying. I don't want to be so annoying in the Depops and talks. Like, I want it to be like a vibe. I want it to be relaxing and just like chilling together. And every time that I have gone to film this, it turns into like a little bit of a vent session, and that's not the aim. That's not the aim. I do want to talk about with you guys about things, certain things going on in my life. Like, I want to just like chit chat with you guys, but I don't want it to be a complete vent session, and that's where it was going the both times that I filmed this. So I'm actually going to use some of those clips though from the last-ish time that I filmed this, so that you guys can still see like some of the cute looks, because I like literally love the outfits in that. That's when I went to go edit it, I was watching this and I was like, why am I so annoying? I hate that I just did this. But it was one of those days. It was one of those little hormonal luteal phase days, and I was just going through it. It was the wrong day to film, and so we're back. We're back in action. We're back and we're better. And I'm gonna try to talk about the same things that I like basically talked about, but I just don't want it to be so venti-ish, because like that's not the vibe. You don't want to hear me like vent about my life for a whole hour and a half. So I'm gonna try not to do that. We might have a little bit of like, let's talk about this, let's talk about that, but for the most part, I just want it to be like a chill little moment. So let's get our first little fit on. I feel like this can be so cute in like a grandma chic-y way. It's very cheeky. It's very cheeky. Cheeky, chicy, but I think I like it like undone. Is this not PG? I don't know. What is up, you guys? How's everybody doing? I'm gonna start this video off by talking about my life updates, because why not give you a little life update? And I'm gonna try to do this in a way that I don't get so off topic. I feel like last time, or the few times that I have filmed this, there's no plan and I get off topic. I did make a little bit of a plan, but unfortunately it's on my phone, and my phone is going to be where I'm taking photos. So I don't know how much of the plan will be sticking by, but I'm gonna try my best to remember what I wanted to talk about. However, the sun is like in and out a little bit today, which is a little bit annoying, but I'm gonna try my best to take some cute photos. I'm not sure if this is the vibe. Off to a great start. Just off to a great start. Okay, so first of all, I think last time that I did like a little life update, I was like planning my life to go to Europe, and that's probably still gonna happen at some point, but I just don't know when. Everything just got so busy for me for work. Cute. Like, this is the vibe for me right now. Like, I feel like I just want to be like a cutesy little bootsy. But I've been doing so much wholesale, and I actually think like the last few days I actually crashed. Like, I've been go, and like the last 2 days, like, I've been so tired. I did some really fun markets. Actually did one market with Maya, which was super fun, and we're planning to do some more. And then I also have been doing so much wholesale that, you know, I kind of took a little step back on oh my gosh, Sarah's texting me currently. I've taken a little, on Depop. Yeah, on Depop, like, I've been trying to list, but it's definitely hard. The fact that I went out last night, I had like 2 drinks, and I am unwell. Like, girl, pick yourself up. You're not that old. Anyways, so this is what's happening is I might be going to Greece still. I might not be going to Greece at all. It really just depends where my boyfriend ends up. He is currently there, and he's currently going to be there for a while. I think so anyways. There's just like, he is such a like a changey teamy type of guy, so he's staying there for right now, but who knows. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know who watches this, and I feel like that's his business as much as it's my business. It's also his business. You know how it is. You just like, it's not easy being over there playing basketball, like or playing like a professional sport. Like, it's not fun. It's not fun. It is not fun. I did it for 1 year. I did it in Latvia. I played overseas, not even for a year. I did it for like 4 months because I broke my foot. It's definitely an experience, but I wouldn't like tell everybody to do it. Like, it's definitely not for everybody as well. Like, it's not the greatest thing. Let me know if you guys want to know more about my experience overseas. But if this could attach to my phone, that would be really great. I like it now. Okay. I was like, I couldn't see because my brightness was down so much on my phone, and I was like, I can't even see if I like this, but now I like look at this. This is so cute. I just love lingerie. I've actually have a new client that for my wholesale that she strictly wants lingerie. So I've been like sending her. I sent her like her first little batch, and it's strictly lingerie. So it was definitely a challenge, and it took me about a month to get it all together because she just wants vintage lingerie, corsets, like anything to do with like something even like this I would probably send her. So I was like, I've been collecting like so many pieces lately because I'm like, okay, you know what, this is gonna be good for her eventually. And so that took a little bit of time, but I definitely wanted to put together something really good. And then I do have a few other new clients, which has been really, really fun. I just have like some really like girl boss women that buy wholesale from me, and it just like makes me feel so good. So that whole business is definitely taken a little not toll, but given me like a step back in realizing that maybe going to Greece like for the full amount of time that I was gonna go is probably not a good idea this year. I'm gonna go over there at some point, even if it's for a short period of time. I went for 3 months last year. Even if I do that this time, I would still be totally okay with that. My boyfriend is super understanding, and he's like, we're both on the same wave of like, we're gonna just like get our shit together and get our money going, and then like eventually we can like settle down a little bit, but like for the time being, this might be the vibe. And we've been together for a while now, 4 years of long distance, so it feels good. Like, I don't feel like I don't trust him, or like I'm nervous. Like, obviously I want to see him, so there's that aspect. But for the most part, we're both on the same page. We call each other every day, we talk every day, and our communication is really good when it comes to this type of stuff. I think that's such a big key when it comes to long distance, which is something that he had to learn because it did not come natural to him. Honestly, it doesn't come natural to a lot of males, I feel. I'm so here for like an oversized football jersey right now, and then like a maxi skirt. Like, this is such a cute fit. So good. But I don't know how it's gonna look with the skirt. Is it like this too different of denim? How's it look? How we looking? Oh, cute. This is so cute. You're joking.
Too many bucks, I think, for a while, and like
you're not serious.
Before, like when you came, I respected you. It just happened. Ruffle of it all, probably 8, 7 months. Was there jealousy? 3 sane people who just really wanted to make it work. Yeah. I think there's some. It was. I thought you meant me and Paris as in Hill. Random. Okay. That's where I'm excited. Everybody's kind of gone. Yeah. Well, the darker the better. It's a big room now. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. And there's a lot of like conservative.
That is a cool shirt. Where'd you get that? Oh, and I said, Teddy Fresh. And then I opened. I said, I went to your website, and she goes, oh my god.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. But like, she had her boyfriend on and like a friend co-hosting with her, and the boyfriend would like never talk because he's just like quiet. He's not an entertainer. Like, he literally is like a medical person. And she would literally be like, why? She was.
My gosh, I'm obsessed with this little vintage Seductions baby pink. This is so freaking CUNTY. I don't even know if I can like actually say the word on YouTube. I think you get demonetized. So spell it out, but I had posted it. I went to Lucky Charm Vintage in Toronto. If you have not been there, you definitely have to check it out. It's so cute. And it's completely my style and my vibe, like to a T. And also, I'm gonna do this purse, which is so cute. It's like a little Scotty. So cute. I went to Lucky Charm and I like posted a TikTok on TikTok. A TikTok on TikTok. What? No way. No freaking way you posted a TikTok on TikTok, Melissa. And in the TikTok, I said, this store has the most CUNTY pieces ever, and my boyfriend's parents, I'm getting so off track. I'll go back to that thought. Hold on. My boyfriend's parents like messaged me, was like, they called me, they're like, did you mean to spell CUNTY in your video? And I was like, yeah. And I like sent them like the Urban Dictionary, like the Urban Dictionary meaning of CUNTY, and they're like, no, that's not what it means. I was like, I'm trying to keep up with the kids, okay? I'm trying to keep up with the trends, and that is what it means to the kids. So we're keeping it. And like, I hate saying it, like, that's what it means to the kid. Girl, you're a kid. If you cannot tell, I am literally obsessed with baby pink right now. It's literally so cute. But the sweater is stunning. I love it. It's vintage. It's a little vintage knit moment. So anyways, I feel like I'm in my little selfish Mel girl boss era, and I'm like, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna go with the flow, and if I end up being overseas for like a long period of time, see with me is like, I'm sitting here being like, I'm gonna like take my year to do what I need to do, but as soon as I get overseas and as soon as I'm with him, you're gonna have to fight me to get back on the plane to get home, because I know that it's just like, it's so relaxing and it's so nice to be there, and it's just like, it's just nice. It's nice to be with your partner. It's nice to like be doing things with them. So might change my mind next week. But however, that is kind of my life right now. It's a little bit all up in the air. It's a little bit hectic, but I love it. I love it. You know what? I always think I would be so bored if everything was so mundane and the same. But I get to like kind of wake up to a new thing every day, that who knows what's happening, who knows what's going on, where am I going, what is happening. And I was with one of my best friends last night for her birthday, and she was like saying, she's like, first of all, these men are so lucky to have us, because what girl would ever put up with this stuff? Her boyfriend is studying to be a doctor, so he is busy like 38/7, and he's always traveling right now because he has to go to different hospitals and stuff, and she like barely gets to see him too. So she's like it's nobody gets it but us. And I'm like, honestly, if you've not been in the situation, it's so hard to explain the situation to people, and a lot of people are like, why would you do that to yourself? Why do you even want to do it? And I'm like, it's for the vibes. It's for the vibes. But you know what? When you love somebody, you're gonna like want them to do what they want to do. You know, you're gonna support and like trust their process and trust their journey and support them on their journey. So that's the best way that I can put it. And then I'm like, you know what is what it is. We're gonna go with the flow. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. And this is really hard for my like very like type A planning personality, but I know I'm gonna get a flight there. I know that I'm gonna get a flight back, like paid for. That's not a stressor, so I don't even have to plan that, because they're gonna book that for me. So that is nice, because that would be a little bit stressful, because like planning a flight, obviously it costs like a lot of money when you're like trying to like plan for a specific time to go. So that is definitely one positive. I am very much so a Libra, and we do very much so a little pros and cons listy poo every single day, ladies and gentlemen, every single day. But so yeah, that has kind of been my life. I've been working so much. I literally was like, I used to think I was so busy, but like I didn't even know what busy was until I started doing this whole wholesale business. I have about 8 clients now, which is incredible. Like I've built it up so great in the last like 8 months, 6 to 8 months that I've started to do this like full time, and it's just like, it's opened a whole new venture for me. And then also doing these markets has been so fun for me, just socializing wise. it's really just healthy for me. I have been really, another reason that I know, like, the pros and cons of long distance. Okay, listen here, girlies. Yes, you do not have your partner to do things. It does piss me off when I'm like, I need somebody to drive me here. I don't have anybody to drive me here. I need someone to pick me up from the airport this weekend. I don't really have anybody, like, I'm not the person to, like, ask one of my friends to do that, because it's like, it's kind of out of the way. It's out of the way. Nobody wants to freaking drive you to the airport. Like, then obviously I do have my family, which is like, God bless. But, you know, there's certain things where it's like, you just want your man to do things. Like, when I'm doing my setup and my takedown for the market, like, your ass would be needed for like an hour before and after. And you know what? There's certain things like filling up my gas that are a little bit triggering. But then those are the cons. But then the pros, I have been able to do so much on my own. I've learned how to be on my own. I have learned to be so great on my own. I've learned how to do so many different things and really take care of myself. So if anything ever does go to shit, I got myself. You really just be alone in this bitch all the time. And you get really good at being alone. I mean, I'm a very introverted person in general. I like my alone time. I like to be by myself. But the other pro is I've been super focusing on my girls and my girl relationships and building some super strong female friendships, which is something that I kind of didn't like put to the side. But when I was like just doing Depop so much and like working so much, and like I have a little bit more financial freedom now with doing this wholesale, I feel like I'm able to like say yes to more plans and like work on more, meeting more people and doing more things and like going out a little bit more. And strictly, honestly, I'm not going to the club. I'm not like going to get drunk, which is fine. If you want to do that with your friends, completely fine. But like, I'm going for a little lunch. I'm going for a little dinner. I'm going to the Dixie Chicks concert last week. It was so much fun. And like, they're like girl bosses in themselves, and their concert is so like feminine and like very like woman empowerment. And it was just like such a nice concert in general. So let's get into that. Ponchos are in, ladies and gentlemen. How freaking cute is this Say What poncho? It is so adorable. It's literally the Y2K. Do you remember? I literally remember so vividly when ponchos were like, I think I was 12. I was probably like 11 or 12, and I just remember seeing like all of these like older ladies like wearing ponchos, and I was like, that will be me one day. Those are so cool. And like, I never went through a poncho phase until now. Like, this is, are you kidding me? I love it, and I love the colors. It's just so freaking fun. Went through a little girly moment here with the shirts. But as I was mentioning, female friendships. Let's talk about friendships. Let's talk about friendships, adult friendships. Let's talk about the difficulty in making adult friendships. Let's talk about the difficulty in keeping up with friendships. So, I've actually never been good at having friendships. To be honest, I'm a very introverted person. I personally am not good at being with somebody 24/7. I'm a super introverted person. And when you're in high school and when you're in college, I actually had really good friends in college, so like that's kind of an irrelevant thing, but I played on a team, I played a sport, so we're kind of like sisters. We're not even friends, we're sisters, and we're still like sisters almost. So it's like, are those my friends or are they my family? They're kind of more of my family than my friends, to be honest, at this point. And I always actually went with one of them to the Dixie Chicks. But friendships, female friendships are so difficult. I definitely had one of those like big friend groups in high school. They're all still pretty much friends. I just like, nothing ever happened between us at all. Like, honestly, one of them still actually buys some stuff from my Depop, which I love her. But I was not good at like, when I went away for university, they all basically stayed home. And I was so busy with basketball and school and stuff that I just pretty much like lost touch with them. And actually lived with two of them in my third year of university. We actually had a house together, and one of them is still one of the ones that buys from my Depop. Like, love them, such a great group of girls, but you just like move on and you lose touch. But this is like not even what I'm trying to get at. So Mel, what are you actually trying to get at? I love adult friendships so much more. Nobody has expectations of you anymore. You don't have to be, you know, every weekend going out, and if you miss out, you're not keeping up, and it's that is stressful to me. Plus, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I had a job and I had my basketball friends and I had all these people in my life that were just like literally my main friends. So I had these built-in besties, which made it easy because you just have this like big group of girls. Then after basketball ended and I graduated, not that we all like went our separate ways because we're all still very close friends, but you're not with them 24/7. You live in different areas. And then I moved back home and I have no friends here. Zero. Everybody that was living here moved away, moved to Toronto, which like is close, but like nobody that I know lives where I live anymore because everybody moved away. And so when I came home, I was like always wanting to do things, and I'm like, I have zero friends to do anything with, and that's just the reality of moving back home after college, after university. So I was like, what the hell am I to do? I'm so bored half the time. I don't have my significant other. So I was like, I need to start to focus on building some good friendships. Luckily enough, one of my best friends who I play basketball with, she works in Hamilton, so that's kind of like my closest one. And lucky enough, Toronto is not too far, and some of my greatest friends now live in Toronto, which is super nice, but it is a little bit of a pain because the drive into the city is just like so agonizing. It's like there's just so much traffic. My other two best friends live in Ottawa, so that sucks. But then I have some incredible girls that I have been building some really good relationships with recently, which feels so nice, and I've been really focusing on it. But I just want to let you guys know, I don't know if any of you guys have, I think it's a common thing. I think it's a common thing for people to not always have these big groups of friends. I think, especially as you get older, you lose these big groups of friends. Like I had it in high school, and then like I did have it in university because we're kind of like bonded together in a sense. Like it was kind of, it was nice because it was like I didn't even have to make friends in university. I had like built-in besties. They were my roommates, they were my teammates, they were my best friends. Still to this day, my best friends, not my roommates anymore, or my teammates, unfortunately. But there's still like some built-in besties and some like, they're more so my sisters, honestly. Like I literally consider them family at this point. So that was definitely, it's like such a interesting transition from being like high school and college to like trying to find friends in adulthood. Luckily enough, I do have a really interesting job. It helps for sure. And I know like some of you guys probably work maybe 9 to 5s or work at like, who knows, but you might have like employees, coworkers. Obviously has never worked a day in your life. Obviously you guys have coworkers that could be good, but like I talked to some of my friends are like, my coworkers are like 50-year-old miserable ladies. So like meeting new friends, and I know that this is kind of an uncomfortable topic to talk about for most people, but I think that a lot of people feel it, and I have no shame in saying that there was a time where I felt like I had friends but no friends at the same time. Like I felt like I was going through this transition of being with all of my teammates and my college friends 24/7 to moving back home and feeling like I had nobody around me. It was also like a really isolating time because of COVID too, so I think that might have played a role in it. So after that, I was like, I need to focus on female friendships. So for over the last 2 years, I've seriously been building some incredible female friendships, and I love them in a sense that I love what is called a low maintenance friendship. And I think that's what I love about adulthood so much more. Everybody kind of has their shit together. Not their shit together, but everybody's a little bit more mature. There's no petty drama. Nobody's fighting over boys, especially because what boys? It's not like you're really going out with big groups of people anymore. Like you're gonna go out like maybe obviously in some people's cases, definitely, but not in mine. So I was like, I need to figure out how to make some friends. Obviously, I think the first person that like when this trigger like started was Sarah. Sarah and I have been such good friends now for like 2.5 years now, and coming along with Sarah is her amazing sister, which I love, and I just feel like that kind of like stemmed everything. We actually were in Montreal together. Well, I was in Montreal, they had visited, and I think this is kind of when it stemmed everything. And then with the markets as well. The markets have been so good for like meeting new girls. Like I met Maya through the markets, even just acquaintances, friendships in a sense, like some work friendships, because this job can be so isolating. It is so important to build these types of friendships. And because everybody had moved away and I was felt like the only person in this whole entire city that still lived here, I really had to put myself out there in a sense. Obviously, again, as I said, my job really makes it easier because I moved away from, like, even if I was still living in my university city, I probably would have friends there because like I just knew everybody almost in the whole entire town. So that would have been good. I still had some of my old teammates living there. I would have been involved in the community and I would have had friends. However, I had no friends. I moved back here and I felt like I had 0 friends. That's how it felt. Like, yes, I had friends all over the place, but I just like really felt like so isolated. And then at that time I was like, girl, you need to get your shit together. You have your man, you have your boyfriend. This is the time to focus up on making some female relationships. So over the last 2.5 years, that's what I've been focusing on. And now your girl is hella busy, okay? My phone used to be dried up like a little, you know those like dried up mangoes? That was literally my phone. My phone was dry as hell, okay? The only people asking me to hang out were men, and I hated that. So over the last 2.5 years, I've been focusing on building some really really low maintenance girl friendships that are really strong, and you know, you have each other's back, and you love the same things, and you enjoy the same things, and even with people that maybe are opposite of you and don't enjoy the same things. But the one thing that all of these women have in common, and I can say that with confidence, is that these women are the most secure, I was about to say insecure, the most secure and confident women that I've ever met. And I think that truly is truly the key to good friendship, is having somebody in your life or girls in your life that are confident in themselves. And I think I'm not saying the girls that I used to be friends with or whatever were insecure. Everybody has their insecurities, but finding the right people to be friends with is the key. You might have friends, but they might not even be the right people, and you're like not even like wanting to hang out with them or wanting to do things with them. For the first time, I'm like, oh my god, like I want to do shit with these people. I want to do things. I want to go out for dinner. I want to go get drinks. I want to go get lunch. I want to go thrift. I want to do this with them. I actually want to do things with them, which might come off the wrong way and call me a fucking bitch. And call me a bitch. And call me a bitch. Here we go, the little event session. But like, I think that like maybe the people that I used to be friends with, not all. I would like to say that if you're watching this and you would know who you are and that we have just lost touch, this has nothing to do with you. I'm trying to do as much as I can with keeping friendships with people, but sometimes it is so hard to like keep up with everybody, and that is not like me being an asshole. There's just so much going on in life, and I think that when I'm saying this, it's very generic, and I don't want somebody to like get the wrong message watching this video that like I used to be friends with. They're like, this bitch like called me insecure, whatever. No, I promise you, if that's what you're thinking, it's probably not about you. It's actually probably 100% not about you. This is just a very generic statement. And for the most part, if I had like a falling out, which I don't even have any falling outs. I can't even remember I can remember one last falling out that I had. Maybe 2. But over like 12 years of being a woman, okay? Okay, so if I had not had a falling out with you, this probably has nothing to do with you at all. I guarantee that. Life just gets busy. I'm trying my best to keep up with as many people as I can without burning myself out, which is the other key. Keeping my relationship intact, healthy, and we're in love. All that is very important. Female friendships, work is definitely a priority for me right now. I'm not gonna lie. Work, female friendships, relationships, about the same level. Just luckily right now I'm at home and able to focus on one because my boyfriend lives a trillion miles away. That's okay. then I have the time to focus on 1 and 2. And obviously my job gets so hectic that sometimes I do have to go like a week with going a little MIA on some people. And you know what, it's okay, but I really made it a habit. Like this week now I'm going out 3 times with 3 different people. Who is she? Who is she? I have plans for the, like, you guys are watching like, girl, are you a fucking loser? Yes, at one point in my life I felt like it, okay? And I had not gone through something like that ever, where I was like, there's nobody here. There's nobody here. And now I've actually built friendships not only with people in the city. I have some of my best friends live in Ottawa. They come to visit, or like I have to go there, but like that's who I was with the other day. But now I'm actually finding girls that live around here that are incredible, strong-minded, secure individuals, which is also so good. So I don't know, what do you guys feel about female friendships? Obviously my mind has changed on them so much over the last like 4 years, I would say. I think because I had so many built-in friendships that I like never had to think of it. I never had to think about it because I had built-in friendships with playing a sport for all of my life. I always 24/7 with girls. I was 24/7 with friends. I was 24/7 living with these girls. I was breathing with these girls. I was eating with these girls. So when I came back home and I was like, where are the people? Nobody lives here anymore. It's COVID, so you can't even like go anywhere, do anything anyways. But that was kind of the situation. I think it's so cute. It's knit season. I've been trying to find some really cute knits. Last year, because I was gone for so long, like in the winter time, I left December, I was kind of thrifting some knits early. However, like the price points at Value Village, like I was like, I'm not spending like $12.99 for a sweater after I just looked through 400 sweaters. Like it's so different. I was talking to one of the girls that owns one of the stores, and she's like, we're talking about price points and stuff, and I was like, you can like upcharge on like in your store and your vintage because it's so curated. You're not searching for 12 hours trying to find like these 3 cute sweaters or these 3 cute pieces, and like that's what people do not understand. This top is unreal. I've had it in my wardrobe for so long, but it is just like, it's probably like a medium large. Even if you had a bigger rack, it would probably fit you better. I did pin it, but it's just a little bit too big for me. But this is so unreal. This top is insane. But yeah, anyways, that was like my little rant about friendships and finding friendships. It's definitely challenging in your older years, especially when you're moved to a new city or you move somewhere. And I was always looking online at social media, and like, if you don't have your teammates, what other friends do you have? Like I didn't ever have to process it. It's the same thing with like transitioning from being an athlete is like one of the strangest situations, because you think about so many things that you never thought that you would have to think about. And I think that's with like any transitional period. And I didn't ever realize how privileged and lucky I was to have been put in a sport and played for so long, because you don't realize these certain things. The other thing is like body image. Like not once did I ever think when I was in university about like, I can't eat that, or I have to go work out, or like if the way like my body's looking different. No, like I never, body weight, body image never crossed my mind, which we can talk about completely in a different video. But there's certain things that like when you're an athlete, there's nothing, you don't think about these things. Like where am I going to find my friends in like 5 years, or where am I gonna, like there's so many things that need to bring more awareness, especially for athletes and male athletes, honestly, with their mental health after they stop. That's a whole other situation, but it does just take a little bit of an effort. And I think that sometimes I would always say this too, like, well, if nobody's reaching out to me, then why would I reach out to them? But fuck, whatever, who cares? The only way that you're gonna build a good friendship. Maya was also like one of my other good friends who edits my videos, was also like kind of at the beginning of this, where I was like, you know what, let's start reaching out. Let's just say fuck it, let's try to build some more friendships. I have my other friendships from university that are great, and they're my forever friends. Yes, 150%. But what I wanted was to find some more girls in the space, and some more girls that I have more similarities to when it comes to fashion and my work. And that is kind of what was the idea when it came just some like more like like-minded girls, because none of my basketball friends really like a couple obviously cared about fashion, but not all of them were like, let's go thrifting, or like, let's make content. So like having some girls who like to do content, and like it's not weird, completely weird to like pull out your phone all the time and be like annoying. That also feels nice. And then I have my friends that are like literally a couple girls from high school, and a couple like a couple of my friends that live in Ottawa that are like, some like one of them is more content based, the one that edits my videos, but it's like a happy medium almost. Like they're not full influencers, but they're also just like in the middle. And I just needed balance, which is tattooed on your girl, which is so hard to find in life. Balance. Okay, segment, podcast transition. The girl has balance tattooed on her, and she still cannot take her own advice. Listen to me about balance. Maybe I'll never find balance in this world. I have had the hardest time with finding balance. I don't know if I have undiagnosed ADHD. I don't know if it's just a me problem, but finding balance has been so difficult for me. But I literally think I'm at a point where this is the best it's going to get. I used to not be able to do more than one task in a day. I used to be able to like seriously hone in on doing one thing, and it would take, and I'm working on that one thing, and like I'm not able to split up my tasks. Like I wasn't able to do gym, Depop, and then also like clean the house and, you know, run a couple errands. Like if I was running errands that day, like I'm doing all the errands that I've had to do ever. If I'm cleaning the house, I'm cleaning the whole entire house. I'm not just tackling the kitchen. I think I've gotten better at being like, okay, you know, morning gym. Then we're gonna go home, we're gonna eat lunch, and then I'm going to clean the kitchen really quickly. I'm gonna do the laundry, put the laundry in, and then I'm gonna do Depop photos for 2 hours, and then I have a meeting at 3:30. So my meeting at 3:30, I'll do the Depop from 1 till 3, get ready for the meeting. And then after the meeting, I can go get my coffee, have my coffee break, and have a little me time. And then I can go do some sourcing. Okay, that's good. I give myself every day, but the place is a freaking mess. My life feels clear almost, but my house is a disaster a lot of the time. And I don't even know if it's just where I work and how I work, and the fact that I just don't have enough time to like do the little nitpicky tasks of like hanging things up. Like I've gotten to the point where like hanging things up do not make sense to me anymore, because it just all comes down. It all comes down and I end up doing photos. So why am I even cleaning everything up? But then like there's tasks that like I have just not gotten to, and again it does come to the fact that I travel too much and I just can't get around to it, because I'm coming home. I'm home for a little bit of time, and in that little period of time I gotta get work shit done. I don't have time to do the extra shit. And I think this is kind of like the first time that I really realized what it's like to like work a 9 to 5. Because when I started doing the wholesale, I'm trying to basically source from like 9 to 5. Like during the day, I'm sourcing all day. So that takes away from like things that I can do. And I also have like an hour drive where like I'm driving everywhere to like get to where I need to source. Sourcing for many days a week now, because I have to make sure I have enough inventory. My inventory has like shrunk by, I don't know math, but it's shrunk, okay? It's shrunk a lot. And I have to continuously get things, especially when people are requesting certain things. It's definitely important for me to continuously source and find things that my clients are asking for specifically. So finding balance is something that I'm still working on. Will I ever get there? I'm not sure. Maybe I need to sit my ass at home, and that is again circling back to the pros and cons of being in a long distance relationship. One of the pros is that, circling back to what I was gonna say about the pros and cons about being in a long distance relationship, fortunately I get to be by myself and I get to kind of figure out these things by myself and like kind of do all this stuff alone and like try to figure out balance. The only thing that I feel like kind of, which is a con, is that whenever I'm prepping to leave to go be like, okay, I know I have like a month and a half till I have to leave and go be with him again. So in this month and a half, I not only have to do the work that I need to get done for this month, but I also have to get the work done for the next 3 months that I'm going to be away. That means I have to take all the Depop photos for the next 3 months, take as much content as I can for the next 3 months, prep myself, because I know that I'm going to be lazy once I get over there, or who knows if there's thrift stores wherever I'm going. Who knows if there's thrift stores? Who knows if there's going to be wholesale stores? Wholesale stores? The prices for wholesale are going to be okay. There's so many different aspects when it comes to it. Things that have definitely helped me is giving myself every day 20 minutes to an hour, like at night. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of energy at night, okay? I really push myself to have energy. There's days that I've been crashing recently and I just need to freaking lay down and have a nap. But recently I have given myself like 20 minutes to an hour at night where I either clean the dishes or like do the dishes and clean the kitchen, or clean my bathroom, deep clean my bathroom, or even up here, like organize my inventory. Just like 20 to an hour a day, every other day even, has definitely helped me be a little bit more balanced, because I do feel like I get more work done when my space is clean, because a clean space is like a clear head for me, honestly. I really write down in my own notes like things to talk about in the next podcast, and then when I like short form it so much that when I go to look back at whatever I short formed, I'm like, what was I even talking about? What did I want to talk about? Because I don't even understand my own gibberish. But I did want to obviously kind of have a little bit more of a layout, a plan, and I talked about a couple things that I like with the female friendships, and I think that's super important to touch on. I like to do a little life update, and I like to do, like, we talked about like my balance, my life being a little bit crazy right now, which kind of led to that, and like finding balance being difficult for me. I do want to keep things light and airy and fun. I don't ever want to get too serious on something like this, because it's just, we're playing dress up together, honestly. This is for me, this is for you, these are for the vibes, and just like, we're just hanging out. But do let me know if you want me to put in the titles of these Depop Talks, like what I'm talking about. Maybe a little clickbaity. I guess not clickbaity, but like whatever I'm talking about, right? Always let me know your opinions on things, unless it's mean. I cannot handle that right now. Okay? Got a lot going on. But I'm kidding. You can always let me know, maybe like constructive criticism. Actually, I don't even want to ask for that, because then it's like people are gonna like just be give me their criticism. So just enjoy the video, and I hope you guys like these videos a little bit, and just get some work done. Get some work done while you watch these videos, and just kind of hang out, enjoy them a little bit. You can't even see these pants really, but they're so good. They're vintage pairs Sean John. They're vintage Sean John jeans. These are insane. They're actually massive on me. I had to clip them, but I think that you could even like take them in, like, should I keep these? I should keep these. But I wanted to talk about something a little bit like more light and airy of a topic that is a little bit more fashiony, because why the frick not? So obviously you can see my style I feel like my style is evolving, and I feel like my style has gotten so much better recently, and I would like to contribute. Let me put this down a little bit. Contribute this evolution of myself to the bins. Yes, the thrift store has changed my life in the better. Once upon a time when I was younger and I discovered the thrift store. That was when I was 13 years old, and I never looked back. That was 2012, 2011, and Melissa entered the thrift store, and she never looked back, and she thought this was the most incredible thing ever. And then the prices skyrocketed, which sucks. I did do a little brand deal with Value Village, which kind of feels a nice, guys, I know I've been shit talking them so much, but you guys just have to accept, sometimes you just have to accept that I need to get my bag, because like they owe me so much money from the money that I've spent there. Okay? And we all shop there. Even when I hate on them, I somehow end up there. Somehow end up there like multiple times a week. The thrift addiction is just, it's just so real. It's so real. So my style evolution, my style has just like evolved so much since going to the bins, getting off TikTok, going to the bins. Getting off TikTok has been definitely like a really big thing for me. I am not off TikTok, but I try to not scroll as much. I think a lot of it has to do with me being so busy. I scroll in the morning, I scroll a little bit at night, but I literally don't go on it during the day, really, unless I'm like bored in my car or something. And going to the bins, like, I used to just go to Value Village and I'm like only getting things to sell, because for me, I'm like looking at these thrift store prices and I'm like, I don't even want to spend this for myself. Like, I'm not spending $12, $9 on like a basic shirt like this at Value Village. So my actual like wardrobe got so shitty and bare because I was like, I'm only buying things to sell. I sell all of the really good things because I need to pay my bills. And then which is everything that I get pretty much. I'm trying to sell everything that I get. I was keeping some things, but then I would eventually just sell it anyways. And that's kind of was like the process of what I was going through. And so my style suffered so much because I just kept the same old ratty shits in my closet because I was like, you know, these basics are what I'm gonna use. And then my basics were just so outdated. And like, I know what you're thinking, like, how does a basic get outdated? Basics get outdated. Like, I am not, even though I'm wearing like, I wouldn't even consider this to be like a crop top. I just don't wear crop tops as much anymore. Like, I don't love a crop top. I love a longer top. This I would consider to be like a little bit longer. These are just like super low rise on me right now. And I basically felt like my style was like suffering because of the thrift store prices. Not even just because like I had to sell everything for like my business and like trying to make my business work with like obviously keeping my store looking cute and fresh, which is like my top priority. There's a lot of moving parts to the process of what I put in my store. First of all, I want everything that I put in my store to be like super cute and like unattainable in a sense, and like, oh my gosh, like, where did you find that? So I can't keep all that stuff, because if I'm keeping all that stuff, then like you guys get like the secondhand goodies, no pun intended, but like the second options. And a lot of the times when I'm showing things in videos, I'm showing things on my Instagram, and those are my first picks at the thrift. They sell immediately. Like, I don't have to put them on Depop now. Like, somebody is in my DMs like being like, I need that right now. So I don't even get first picks at that stuff. But when I go to the bins, I'm not filming anything. So, and I get an abundance of like basics and things that I really, really just want to add to my wardrobe to expand what I'm wearing. I have expanded my wardrobe so much. Since I started going to the bins, my life has been so much better. The bins changed my life. It fully changed my life. I know that you guys in the States have like, you're like, bitch, I've been going to the bins since like, I've been 12 years old. We don't have that in Canada. We literally do not have the bins in Canada unless you're in a certain part. But in the States, you guys have them all over the place. And I think that they are the most genius idea and the most genius thing, because the way that so much stuff goes into the landfill, and I look at the Value Village prices and I'm like, this stuff is not selling. I know that this stuff is not selling. Where are you guys putting all this stuff? Like, it really does scare me. And then I wonder, do you think that anything from Value Village goes to the Goodwill bins now? Like, do you think, I know they don't cross over, but something inside of me tells me that they throw their stuff to the Goodwill bins. Because where are they putting everything that doesn't sell? There's no way they can put that into the landfill. I just do not want to believe it. And not only has the bins been so good with my own fashion, but also for my store. Because at one point when I was only sourcing at Value Village, all my prices had to be so much more expensive, unfortunately. There's still like stuff that I get there and I have to like upprice it, because like if you know the prices, you know the prices, okay? Okay, like between like the Depop fee, the price that I paid, the PayPal, everything, the fees. So the other thing about going to the bins is like, I got this from there, right? It's so insane. I love it. And I'm able to give you guys like a good little down basics online too, because I felt like at a time, like obviously I love having my crazy like really good pieces like on my Depop, but I was not picking up basics at the thrift store for $9.99, for $10.99. Like, that was just not in the budget. That was not happening, because I'm gonna sell it for maybe like $15 to $16, $17, maybe $20 most. Maybe $25, I guess, like with shipping and stuff. And then it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. This is even like a basic. Like I would consider this to be a basic more than like this cardigan. But like anything that was like not so crazy out of the ordinary, it was tough for me to pick up and sell because I'm like, nobody's gonna want to buy this for like $30. So I have to leave that behind, which kind of sucked because I want like a variety in my store. Like obviously I love a bunch of super crazy pieces, but I also want things that are like budget friendly as well. I want budget friendly, and not everybody wants to wear crazy things all the time. Like I think that we all kind of, especially honestly myself, yes, I love a crazy outfit, but I've started to love basics so much more too. Obviously it comes with age. Like I'm always gonna be like a little Y2K girly, of course. Nothing's changing there. So much of my fashion is early 2000s, but you guys also are aware, if you've been watching me for a while, that I love all sorts of types of fashions. I don't just stick to one category, and it can always depend on the day that I'm feeling. I always kind of I dress for the occasion. I think that's what it is. Like, I dress with the feeling of what I'm feeling. An occasion looks in my head. And whether or not that is like more Y2K, like if I'm going to get my nails done, I'm dressing like the mom from Mean Girls. It just makes sense in my head. It makes sense that I'm living out my 2000s rom-com moment here, and I'm dressing like it's the early 2000s. If I'm going on a little cute lunch date with like one of my friends, I'm dressing like we're in Paris. I'm dressing for the occasion. Like am I delusional? Am I a little delulu? Probably. Maybe being a little delusional is the key to good fashion. Maybe being a little delusional, you know, I'm not in Hamilton. No, I'm in Paris. I'm in Paris. So I'm going to dress like I'm in Paris. No, I'm not going to the nail salon. I'm literally playing a role. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know, my ex-boyfriend used to say to me, you know, your life isn't a movie. You can't always act like this. Oh my gosh. Actually, newsflash, it is, and I dress for the occasion of any movie. Oh my god, not the segment transition again. I have been watching so many different like early 2000s rom-coms again, and He's Not Just Into You. Like I think that movie's iconic. It's such one of those like little like piss her offer movies. Like first of all, Scarlett Johansson is literally the hottest human in the whole entire world. So it's like, oh, I just want to be you in this movie. But like it is one of those movies that you're just like so pissed off about because like he leaves his wife for like the hot like younger blonde. Like that is definitely such a triggering, probably such a triggering thing for like most people watching it. Even me, it triggers me. I'm like, oh my god, I would literally set a house on fire. But anyways, you ever like start to watch like a movie? Like I think the last time I watched a lot of these movies, maybe I was in university or like even high school, and I understood, but then you rewatch something in your like late 20s and you're like, wait a damn minute. They were giving us the playbook all along. They were literally giving us a playbook all along, and we ignored it. We could have known what was happening, but we just like watched these movies. We couldn't resonate with them because we didn't really go through it. And now for the most part, we go through a lot of those situations, or like we know people going through those situations, and it's like you watch these movies and you're like, wait a damn minute. I obviously love like an early 2000s rom-com just simply because of the fashion, but now the fact that I'm resonating with the scenarios, I love it. Anyways, so that's a little fashion. What's your favorite rom-com? Let me know if you got this far in the video. What's your favorite rom-com to watch, and like fashion-wise, which one is your favorite one?
I mean, yeah, you got me. You stopped me into a parking lot in Malibu and got my ass to come to two shows.
I did.
No, is it from Sydney? I don't know. If she was friend of a friend, or maybe Sydney, Australia.
No, but like, it's so good. But like maybe I'm going through like a little bit of a reminiscent face of like playing basketball. Like I feel like if people saw me like wearing this out, they'd be like, wow, she's really going through it. She's really missing playing basketball. Like people would, like if you don't know about fashion, people that know me for basketball would unironically think that I am just missing playing. Like I'm just trying to hoop it out. But this is such, I love this. I cannot wear this out. This is a, I could not wear this. I could not wear this because people would actually think that about me, and that is embarrassing. But if you never played a sport, you would look sick. Like this looks sick in like a Bella Hadid thing, like kind of way. But the fact that I actually played basketball and this is like a basket, like I could wear a football jersey. I think I could wear many jerseys. I could wear an NBA jersey, but this right here, with the way that I once was, I don't think I could wear. Or maybe I do and I just like, who cares? Because that's how I think about most of my fits. Who cares? Who cares what anybody thinks? It's actually so good. Like I love the color too. I love this like cobalt blue is just such a good color. And I love this with yellow especially. Like blue and yellow is such a vibe to me. I love, lately I've been getting more into color again, which is so funny because I think in the, why do I feel like sometimes color in the winter makes more sense than color in the summer to me, and I want to wear like neutrals in the summertime and then color in the winter, and I think it's because I always like, my brain always like wants to do what the opposite of whatever I think other people are gonna do. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at her, okay? She does her own internal thinking, okay? This is not my fault. I think that's genuinely like what I go through a little bit, unless I'm on vacation. Then I'm like, color me up. Also, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, it's so funny, the TikToks that are like the wives are asking their husband like, oh my god, can you believe that like Taylor Swift like put Travis Kelce on the map? Like, can you believe that? Like, nobody knew who Travis Kelce was like literally 3 minutes ago. And then like the husbands are getting so mad. They're like, what? What do you mean nobody knew? And then like all the guys are getting like so mad because like girls are actually like getting into football. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was a long enough video. I hope I got enough content. I'm gonna go shoot some hoops. All right, I love you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I think I'll have a vlog coming out soon, so hopefully you guys will be able to see that. I know I've been a little bit scarce on the content. I promise I'm starting to rev it up a little bit. I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace. Goodbye.